Hello friends, today we are going to talk about gears. Gears are very important in this game. Starts with the workshop. Here in the workshop you will be seeing cabinet. Cabinet is what you already own, what you have previously made. All that will be displayed here. If you wish to upgrade any gear that you already own, you will have to come to cabinet and upgrade the gear. All equipment is pretty self-explanatory. All the equipment that is available to you will be displayed here, whether purchase equipment or free to play equipment, all of that will be displayed here. Event equipment is basically monster sets. Here you will see that there are sets of gears and they are dependent on which monster, and there is something called as a champion set. Champion set is what you will be required to purchase. Basically the items from these particular sets you will be required to purchase. For example, this particular item, Crimson Mane, you will have to purchase this if you wish to make this particular gear, that is the champion edge. So that is called as the champion set, and that is a paid to play gear. Apart from the champion set, all the other items are here for free as of now. So let's take for example Queen Bee set. Queen Bee set is a pretty popular set. In this you have good items available for main hand, helmet, armor and legs. So let's say you will be wanting to make this particular set. So here you will be deciding that it is the Queen Bee that monster I will be targeting, and you can go and kill the Queen Bee whenever the Queen Bee appears on the kingdom map, and it will drop these items for you. Let's say Blazing Husk or Bee Chrysalis over here, and you can collect these in sufficient quantities and make this particular set. One thing that you need to note here is not all these items are dropped uniformly. There are certain rare items. So while making the gear, before deciding to make the gear, you need to understand which are the rare items and then decide accordingly. This particular item, Royal Stinger, is rare. You don't get it quite often. So making this will take some time. Well, that is as far as these particular monster sets are. Not all gears are from monsters. You can also get certain sets that are available by resource gathering. For example, this Fiery Tomahawk. Fiery Tomahawk is not a monster dependent gear. It is resource gathering gear. See here, it says you can find this particular material in reach veins while you are gathering, and then you can go across over here. This you can get from fields when you are gathering. So not all gear is monster related. Some of it is also from resource gathering related gear. So you need to decide which gear you wish to go for. As of now, you need to understand there is something called as grade of gear. Now grade of gear is very important. Let's again take this particular example. Here you can see these colors. These colors basically refer to the grade of gear. For example, white gear is the common one, and from white you have the uncommon one. Then here you have the rare one, and the purple is the epic one, and gold is the legendary one. The one after that is the mythic one. Now this basically refers to the effectiveness of the gear. The basic gear, the white one, the common one, is the least effective, and this particular gear, the mythic one, is the most effective. Now there is something called as tempered gear, which is a slightly different thing. Apart from this mythic, it is an improvement on the mythic gear, but right now there is the mythic gear, which is the most effective one. And here you can see, for example, I'll show you. Let's take this helmet, Bumlem. Here you get cavalry attack 4.8%, that is in common. Now if I increase and improve this to uncommon one, I get 9.35%, and if I again increase this, the grade of the gear, and improve it to rare, then I'll getting 14%. Like that it goes on improving all the way up to mythic, wherein I'm getting 42%. I started with 4.8%, and at mythic I'm getting 42%. That is true for all the gears in all the sets. Okay, so understand, you will have to make this gear in its basic form first, then keep on improving it and upgrading it. For example, I have done it over here. You can see this. Upgrade this. It is right now in legendary state, and I'll be improving it and upgrading it to mythic soon enough. Now also you need to understand there is something called as jewels in the gear. These jewels are basically to improve the effectiveness of the gear. Now in my particular case I have got 10, 12 and 9.5, range is 9.5. However, if you notice in the classic tomahawk, you do not have that. See here in the classic tomahawk, even if you come to the legendary state, you get 10, 6.5 and 3.5. That is because I have included those jewels here. Now jewels will give me more of a punch to this particular gear. It will increase my stats for this gear. You need to decide which jewel you wish to inlay. For right, there is one more space. I am going to input a cavalry gear here, cavalry jewel rather here. So if you notice, this is going to increase this by 6%. Again here infantry is going to be increased by 6% here. So that is where jewels come in. Jewels, you also can again upgrade the jewels as per their color. Jewels are also available for upgrade. For example, if you come down over here, I'll show you infantry. Okay, so again the same color code holds true. This one is the legendary. Here you do not have mythic jewels, you have got the legendary jewels from common and common, then you have got rare, epic, legendary jewels. So that's how you will have to increase the quality of your jewels and the grade of your jewels. Which jewels to input in which gear, that we will take up later on. That is a function of all other parameters also. So we have covered the gear and we have covered the grade of the gear. You also need to understand that there are various types of gears that I've already told you. You have got construction gear, research gear, food gathering gear, and resource gathering gear. So now we can come across into one topic which people usually don't understand and they make mistakes here. For example, let's say we come across here and make the queen bee set is a good example. Let's say I'm making honeycomb chaps. For this I'll be requiring this blazing husk and I'll be requiring bee chrysalis. Now if a person decides to make in the same set another, let's say, hardened carapace, okay, if he wishes to make the armor also, now the problem here is here also he requires blazing husk and he requires bee chrysalis. Now these items, they are in a limited drop number from the monster hunting. Now in monster hunting, bees or any other monster usually come for 1 or 2 days and then they are replaced by other monsters, and because of the energy available, I'm speaking about this energy here. I'll show you. Okay, so if you come across here at this energy, because of this energy, limited energy, you can hunt limited number of monsters. What it basically means is you will never have adequate appropriate quantity of these particular items, that is in this example that we were talking about, blazing husk and bee chrysalis, to account for all the gear that you are making. So you'll have to choose. If you do not want to end up in a clash situation wherein you cannot upgrade any one particular item because it is clashing with the other item, you'll have to choose. What I suggest is usually people make 1 or 2 from any given set, and again then there is something called as a level. If I am making level 40, I will, by the time I reach level 60, I should be having a decent grade of level 40 gear which I will then stop upgrading. Then I can concentrate on level 60 gear, for example. but it is always advisable to understand and select beforehand what you are wishing to create. So that is as far as the clashing of items goes. Okay, now level 40 gear, level 55, level 50 gear is also important because when you are playing the game for level 40, you cannot sit in a shield and say I will sit in a shield for X number of months till I get my gear completely all correct. You will want to go out and actually play the game by attacking others and defending other attacks. So you'll need to have some decent gear. That is why level 40 gear is, level 50 gear is made till the time you reach level 60. So we have explained about the jewels of the gear, the levels of the gear. I think I've covered all of the gears, aspects to the gear. If there is anything else, do let me know in the comment section. I will certainly get back to you in the comment section. Till then, thank you.